Hello everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Inked in Cinci. I'm your host, Liam. I'm a normal film student, a novice filmmaker, an avid film watcher, and an average tattoo getter. I am here with tattoo apprentice Jacob Howard. Jacob, how are you?
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
I can't believe you pronounced my last name correctly. The rate for that is like under 10%. I can count it on my first hand.
Hmm.
So I'm very impressed to begin with.
And
You
your
did
second hand?
research. No, likely just first.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, Jake.
I'm from Vermont up north. I came down here for DAP, didn't work out, got a tattoo apprenticeship, and that is my thing. That's like absolutely what I want to be doing for the
Cool.
rest of my life.
When did that start? When did the apprenticeship start?
It started in May of this year,
Oh, cool.
2022.
So, were you tattooing at all, like interested in tattooing at all before the apprenticeship?
For about a year, I had gotten my first tattoo at the convention the previous May, and from the moment the needle touched me, I was like, this is it. This is the thing I want to be doing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite tattoo that you've been able to do so far?
It's really hard. It's like picking a favorite kid, I'm assuming. There's like a lot of tattoos that are in my head, like really big milestones. There are a lot of them that sort of represent like a new level for me. The execution of like some new style, or just like tattoos, when I look back on them, I'm like, yeah, this was like an important step.
Yeah. Is there a certain style that you enjoy doing, or is there one that
absolutely. I really like doing large scale, like abstract work, especially those sort of like pointy metal drawings that you've probably been seeing around recently from like Russia and stuff.
So is that what you mostly do? You mostly do that style of tattooing?
Not really. Hardly anyone wants it right now, but the wave is coming.
Yeah. What do you mostly do? What kind of style are you working with?
It really depends on what sort of mode I'm in. I have ADHD, and that sort of means for me that I can't stick on the same like style or subject matter or like technique for too long without my brain getting like super hostile against me. So it revolves around a lot. I do a lot of text all the time. I do a lot of like simple like walk-in type stuff.
Is there a style that you've done so far that you just did not enjoy, like any sort of tattoos that somebody's asked for that you just weren't able to do?
West Coast sleeve, definitely. Like West Coast, like Chicano style, sort of.
Describe that.
So it started out with like Chicano style. I can't go into like the whole history, but that's something that Mexican Americans had sort of going on the West Coast, and then it kind of got adapted by like white celebrities from LA, like Justin Bieber and stuff. So it's the like it's like the lion clock rose throat thing with like all the clouds. I don't know. I just really can't get behind that kind of like black and gray realism.
Are there any celebrities that you think have bad tattoos other than...
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God. Besides Ed Sheeran, is that what you're going to say?
I was going to say besides Justin Bieber.
Oh, besides Pete Davidson. I mean, I don't know. The one I saw recently was Pete Davidson's tattoos, and he should definitely get some really cool blastovers because, I don't know, I couldn't be televised with that.
What's the most unique tattoo that you've been able to do?
Probably that one. It is a Japanese symbol. It's basically like a moment of creativity in which the person like does like a sumi ink sort of O.
Well, we're going to wrap up and we're going to cut to Casey on the street. He's going to be talking to other people on the street about their tattoos.
Thanks, Liam. Let's go ask some people what they think about tattoos. What do you think is a good reason to get a tattoo?
If it's got like a special meaning to you, it kind of makes sense.
I don't think you need a reason to get a tattoo. I just feel like it's preference. If someone doesn't have a reason to get a tattoo and they just want a tattoo, then they can go get a tattoo. It's their body. Just because they're cool, they're fun.
To put something permanent on you, I don't know. I think it means a lot. I think it shows a lot.
It all depends on, the sentimentality, I suppose. So, like, I got my tattoo, like, on lunch break, or at least I scheduled it on my lunch break when I was working at the Chipotle over near Calhoun Street. So, obviously think about it a little bit because it is a little permanent, but if you like it, go for it, man.
What do you think is a good reason to get a tattoo?
I think if it's something that you wouldn't mind having on your body for the rest of your life, then, you should go for it. If it looks cool, then go get that tattoo, might as well.
And back to Liam in the studio.
Welcome back to Inked in Cincy. I'm your host, Liam White, sitting here with my guest, Jacob Howard. Jacob, talk a little bit about tattoo culture, why it's important, why it's unique.
I think tattooing is unique because it's the ultimate form of personal expression. It's a way to put the insides on the outside in a way that I don't know if anything else really can.
Is there any kind of like change in tattoo culture that you're seeing?
Oh yeah, all the time. There are so many tattoo artists now and so many like points of exposure for so many styles that we've kind of hit this like point of infinity where it seems like art history and tattoo history, the styles sort of like this leads to this, like traditional leads to like neo-traditional and like X and Y, but we're at a point where just like anything goes. Like more and more creative artists and like idea pushers and stuff are coming out.
Do you think that there is a one-size-fits-all kind of tattoo that fits for everybody?
No, not at all. Your tastes and your preferences and the things you find attractive moment to moment are highly dependent on like what you're feeling, where you're at in life, what's popular around you, just so many factors. So what you end up with is sort of this culmination of like, I don't know, all these things around you.
Yeah, almost like a journey.
Yeah. It's like a
Well,
sticker book.
how has your opinion changed on tattooing? Not just as like an artist giving them, but also getting tattoos.
When I first started getting tattoos, I was almost like, how could the artist ever make a mistake? It's just like drawing. But now I have so much more respect for even just the okay tattoos.
Is there a tattoo that you regret giving somebody?
Yes, because they didn't like it. And that sucks a lot and it hurts.
Are there any sort of tattoos that you refuse to do, or have you had to refuse somebody for a certain tattoo?
The only tattoo I've refused to do so far was when this girl came to me like, haha, funny story. My friends are like daring me to get my ex's name tattooed on my collarbone. And I just don't know how my fiance would react. But yeah, will you do that? How much will that be? And I was like, no, I won't do that. What?
So you're not just in
Horrible.
it for the money?
Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
And then like gang related stuff. I don't want to like get a hit put out on me or
Yeah.
like anything hateful, obviously.
We're going to cut back to Casey on the street. Casey?
Thanks, Liam. Let's go ask some more people about tattoos. Do you think there is still a stigma about tattoos in our modern world?
There definitely is, but I feel like in our current generation, that stigma is going away. But definitely in the older generations, there are some stigmas.
Yeah, I think some people see them as like a bad thing, depending on how many or what they are. But I think it's a way of art, honestly. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yes, definitely. I know even within my own family, like I have my tattoos, they kind of don't like it. I think, especially with like jobs too.
Yeah, I do. I do think there's a stigma, especially like in the workplace, and the same goes with face piercings. I think just people view people with tattoos very differently, and I don't think it's really fair because it's something that's on the outside versus on the inside.
Definitely consider the field in which you're going into, because I personally think, people might say, like the body's a temple, man. Don't get a tattoo. And it's like, okay, first of all, don't we decorate our temples? But also, it's like, they're not as socially acceptable as they should be. And if you are going to get a tattoo in today's society, at least in America, try to get it like below your neck so you can hide it if you need to.
I definitely think that there are certain stigmas. Some people think it's a little unprofessional to have tattoos, and just that it's more of an impulsive thing.
And that's all we have time for. Back to Liam in the studio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Inked in Cincy. I'm afraid that's all the time that we have here today. I want to thank you all for watching, and I especially want to thank Jacob for coming out and talking to me. Jacob, tell us where we can find you and what you're doing.
Awesome. Yeah, we just moved into Main Street. It's right above Jack Brown's Burger Bar, Artist Inks 2 in OTR. You can find my Instagram at jac.bo. That's where I do the majority of my booking. Otherwise, you can text me, and that's about it. Hit me up.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Inked in Cincy. Come back next week for episode 2, where I will be interviewing another local artist.